the nation believes that when I speak for them, but I can't speak.
Why should I waste my time listening?
Because I have a right to be, and I have a voice!
Yes, you do.
English invites you on a journey where you will discover the power of the creative gift of language. At each level of the curriculum, learning is structured so that achievement objectives are developed and met through tasks that focus both on interpreting, or learning to understand, and creating, or producing and presenting meaning.
I have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream.
English is about unlocking the power of language to empower communication, inspire creativity, express thought, reveal truth, challenge ideas, and bring enjoyment. The study of English involves understanding, using, and creating oral, visual, and written texts in order to activate you in your capacity to use language in a meaningful and significant way. English is about learning to communicate powerfully, effectively, and creatively.
You were created because someone else was creative. See, long ago he picked up his eternal paintbrush, dipped it in his glory, placed you in his story, and said, "They will live for me."
Ludwig Wittgenstein said, "The limits of my language are the limits of my world." Language and words are powerful. C.S. Lewis also describes the power of words to both add to life and create life. Literature adds to reality. It does not simply describe it. It enriches the necessary competencies that daily life requires and provides, and in this respect, it irrigates the deserts that our lives have already become. We also see in literature the significance of language in articulating the thoughts and feelings of the heart. Gandhi also observes the way that what is in our thoughts extends to our actions. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes.
The evaluation assignment was to grade yourself on the work you're doing. You gave yourself an F. What's that about?
It's what I feel I deserve.
I know what you're up against. We're all of us up against something. So you better make up your mind. I am not letting you fail, even if that means coming to your house every night until you finish the work. I see who you are. Do you understand me? I can see you. And you are not failing.
The study of English engages you on a journey of inquiry, one that will continue throughout your life. It is in many ways a journey reflective of life, balancing structure and spontaneity, predictability and creativity. The study of language has significance for both our natural existence and fulfillment of future purpose and destiny through the development of our potential for creative expression. Through this expansion of the mind and strategic inquiry, English is designed to help you demonstrate an understanding of ideas within, across, and beyond texts. As you study English, it will help you to communicate ideas on a range of topics. At the heart of English is a journey of ascension. English is not about being comfortable with what we already know, but equipping us with the ability to stretch our thinking, open our eyes to new possibilities, and provide stimulus for making new connections. As you begin to search out matters and seek understanding, an opportunity is created for you to awaken to the pursuit of a dream and think about your own narrative within the context of literature. With creativity comes responsibility, and with responsibility comes accountability and self-reflection, the search for how we can do things better. The Tower of Babel in the Bible provides perhaps the most potent example of the ability of language and communication to facilitate powerful unity. Genesis 11 tells us of a people who spoke one language and had a common speech. They set their minds to building a tower that reached to the heavens so that they could make a name for themselves. When God saw what they were doing, he said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them." Here we see the inherent power of language, articulation, and expression to foster powerful community and connection. Yet with that powerful community and expression, language must also foster moderation and self-control. Great power requires great restraint. In English, we will study many famous poets and authors who were experts at using figurative language, allegory, and metaphor to communicate for different purposes and for different audiences. It's important that you understand how texts are structured for different purposes and audiences so that you can become powerful communicators. The ability to describe an intangible reality through metaphor, to transport a person to another time through descriptive language, to compel an audience to action through arousing speech. This describes the world of subject English. Take, for example, President Obama's speech.
I have always believed that hope is that stubborn thing inside us that insists, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us. So long as we have the courage to keep reaching, to keep working, to keep fighting.
Understanding how language features work is important for interpreting the news, film, novels, advertising, business proposals, and many other great literary works. English makes possible the simultaneous exploration of the seen and the unseen, the figurative and the literal, the past and the present. It awakens the imagination and makes us all storytellers, philosophers, and artists. Creativity is at the core of who we are as people. Think about timeless literature such as C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia, the Bible, and the many plays of Shakespeare. All of these make effective use of parallel, repetition, parable, and metaphor, and enable language to carry a message over many generations. There are also many traditional cultures that have relied on oral traditions to carry forth their history from generation to generation. One such culture is the Māori people of New Zealand, who use storytelling, legends, proverbs, and song to communicate their past and core beliefs.
Me taku mua heo. Koina te mahi o ngā iwi hara mai I a rātou haere ana ki te whakataki atu ki te tari atu iwi, te hui rāne ki te tei. Ka waihongi a rātou e rā momo taonga hei koha mō tō rātou, e whakamaumaharatanga rātou, rānei mō rātou, mō tō rātou haerenga ki tau wāhi. Ana ka mauri e rātou, tau mea na ka waiho ki kona, ana ka mauri e rātou tahi no te wā kāinga. E ngā mahi whakawhiti wai te tangi pepe hara nei, koina. Hei ātāhu o tēnā tikanga ki ane.
As you become proficient in language features, you will also become more effective storytellers and communicators. There are 2 key strands in your study of English. Each incorporates oral, written, and visual forms of language. You are learning to interpret meaning, listening, reading, and viewing, and create meaning, speaking, writing, and presenting. In English, you will awake, inquire, engage, and express. The texts that we study and the tasks that we do in English are designed to activate you in your own learning. It is time to awaken to your own dream. This is your journey, and in English you will be encouraged to take charge of it and pursue it. It doesn't matter what stage you're at or how old you are. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Listening, reading, and viewing the texts we study in English will provide you with an opportunity to awaken to the grand narrative that is unfolding for you personally. You will be encouraged to explore the ideas of the text and develop your own convictions, perspectives, and interpretations. Activities and exercises will seek to awaken your unique sense of purpose and call. Inquire refers to the part of English that aims to cultivate or develop your ability to organize your life for meaning and decode meaning through reading and writing literature. Literature provides you with highly structured experiences worth thoughtful scrutiny. As such, in English we create a learning environment that encourages self-reflection and involves the whole person. English provides you with specific tools to decode the world of the text you are studying, but also to ponder the text in relation to your own world. It challenges us to discover and to explore alternative ways of being in the world. The texts we study can provide avenues for you to consider the lives of others, to explore social issues, and consider life's complexities in a context of responsibility and restraint. Art takes us out of our self-referentiality and invites us to see through the eyes of the other, whether that other is the artist herself or a character in the story. Part of the creating meaning strand of English is to engage. English involves a collaborative learning environment that involves dialogue, interpersonal connection, and engaging on a journey of discovery and storytelling together. Buechner proposes that language originates ultimately from humanity's profoundest need, which is the need for community. The need to know and be known, the need to share our lives with one another and with the things of the world, because otherwise our life would not be human life. Understanding in English is discovered through dialogue and communication. The English curriculum is concerned primarily with language as a medium in which this dialogue is developed. As we learn different ways to communicate in English, we are able to reach out and engage with the world. Language helps to connect us to a community of people. Palmer states that a knowledge that springs from love will implicate us in the web of life. It will wrap the knower and the known in compassion, in a bond of awesome responsibility, as well as transforming joy. It will call us to involvement, mutuality, and accountability. In English, you will be encouraged to contribute to your community by creating texts that make a difference and by sharing your developing ideas. You will also be empowered to use your gift for speaking to impact social change, like Martin Luther King Jr., or use your gift for creative writing to communicate greater truths, like Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. The baton is in your hand.
Just when you think you know something, you have to look at it in another way. Even though it may seem silly or wrong, you must try. Now, when you read, don't just consider what the author thinks. Consider what you think. Boys, you must strive to find your own voice. Because the longer you wait to begin, the less likely you are to find it at all.
Express. In English, you are an active learner. English encourages you to experience language and literature as readers, but also as writers. The ability to express oneself is an opportunity to participate in the creative process. English can be a powerful tool for making dreams become a reality. According to Noam Chomsky, language is a process of free creation. Its laws and principles are fixed, but the manner in which the principles of generation are used is free and infinitely varied. Even the interpretation and use of words involves a process of free creation. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." You have the power to make a difference by the way you use language, through exploring the power of writing, speaking, singing, or acting. The narrative contexts of poetry, creative writing, and formal essays provide opportunities for you to connect and speak into the life of the community.
Words can build you up, words can break you down, start a fire.